Welcome to Weirdo Stuff. I'm Weirdo number 1.
I'm Weirdo number 2. Jermaine Cole, what's good?
I'm Weirdo number 3.
Alright, let's get started.
Let's do it.
Today is Reddit stories. Weird Reddit stories.
How often are you on Reddit?
A lot.
Oh no.
It doesn't matter. I can't.
Let's get on with it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get on with it. First story. My ex-boyfriend's mom had her eye makeup tattooed on and sent her kids, who lived with her at the time, to the store for a couple of things. It wasn't until my ex and his brother were in the checkout line, receiving funny looks from the clerk, that he realized they were two lone men buying nothing but cucumbers and Vaseline, which his mom wanted to soothe the swelling from her eyes. My ex panics and blurts out, "No, it's okay. He's my brother," while gesturing to his brother.
Wow.
We received many emoticon faces, and he just stopped talking. Figured there was nothing he could do to salvage the situation, and just accepted the judgment.
Were you the brother?
No,
Oh,
this was
All right.
This was a random story off of Reddit.
so it may not be real. I hope it's not. I really do.
Or did you post the story?
I didn't post the story.
He might have posted the story.
Did you have all those cucumbers?
No, it wasn't me.
I feel like I do remember his car being filled with cucumbers.
Oh yeah.
No. Second story. Weirdo number 2. It's your
Yeah, it's me, baby. Let's go.
Also, if there's any bad words, just like either
Say him.
paraphrase it or just
Holy, why did I get the longest one?
That's what I was
This is
looking
a
at.
full page. All right, this is kind of gross, but the night before I drank probably 8 to 10 beers with my friends and totally forgot that the next day my mom wanted me to take her out to a Dia de los Muertos festival happening downtown. I live in the Phoenix metro area, so I drove us out there. My girlfriend is along as well, and we walk around for a bit. We have some really good pulled pork sandwiches and some jamba juice. Yes, I know you expected a Mexican food, but that's what we ate. Once we'd seen everything we wanted to see, we decided it's time to head home. On the way back to the car, though, my stomach started to bother me. You know that feeling you get when it's like, well, I know diarrhea is coming, but I think I can make it. So it didn't feel that bad, so I figured I'd make it home. It's only a 15-minute drive. Well, 5 minutes into the drive, I realized that wasn't the case. Apparently, the mix of beer, pulled pork, and juice had become some sort of ultra pressurized that was ready to explode any moment. I started freaking out, trying to drive safely as possible while also locating a bathroom. But the part of town I was driving through didn't have much of anything, just closed down shops and nowhere to really stop and use the bathroom. Then I saw it, a Circle K corner store on the horizon. I parked as fast as possible, legs shaking, and ran inside, ready to release the nuclear bomb that inhabited my bowels. I asked the clerk, "May I use your restroom?" To which he replied, "No, employees only." At this point, my mouth just sort of dropped open. I literally could not hold it in any longer. "Please, this is an emergency," I pleaded. But he just stared at me. I'm smug in the fact that I would not receive the key to my lower intestinal salvation. and not unable to walk. I ran back out to my car, ready to drive down the street and hopefully find another place to poop. But my mom had gotten out and was looking at a freaking red box. I had no time. I had to go, but there was nothing else I could do about it. So I did what any sensible person would do. I sprinted back behind the store, dropped my pants, and pooped against the wall of the place. It was the most embarrassing yet relief-inducing moments I've ever experienced. And as soon as I began to wipe my butt with some random receipts I left in my wallet, I looked up to notice a group of 8 to 10 day laborers that had been standing on the street corner watch me do the whole thing. They were laughing hysterically, a few of them clapping and giving me thumbs up. When I made it back to the car for the hasty getaway, my mom had the gall to ask, "Do you still need to go?"
That is actually crazy.
Oh, trust me, it's not even done yet.
That was me.
When I was 3, I stuck my best friend in between the flaps of the toilet while I was taking a poop. As I was only 3, I needed help wiping. As soon as my mom comes in to help me, I stand up quickly and I rip my 3-year-old friend in half. At the base, I could see the outside of my urethra. I was rushed to the hospital with my underwear stuffed in with toilet paper. I received 6 stitches, which I paraded around proudly once I returned home. Today, his name is aptly Scarface. That is one crazy story.
That is
It was short. Like the other one was pretty long. This one was short, but it definitely got the point across.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I just stuttered up a storm.
You look sexy.
Weirdo number
Scarface.
3 too. Also, I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Oh my god. When I was younger, my mother was driving my brother and I down North Colorado and to visit some relatives. It was in the middle of summer, scolding hot outside, and of course the car was acting like the AC wasn't working properly. After a couple hours of driving through NC New York or wait NC
NC, North Carolina.
Oh my god, I'm dumb as fuck. NC. With only the windows cooling us off, steam or smoke or something started coming out from under the hood. So my mom pulls over the highway, parks in front of the abandoned motorcycle repair shop, and gets out of the car and starts trying to fix it. And a large bearded man comes out, and apparently in that abandoned store, and starts talking to her. My brother and I listened and figured out the guy works at the repair shop and easily can fix the car for free. While he was doing so, he started talking to extremely liberal bumper sticker that my mom has on her car and
Those
says
are a bunch
Obama 2008.
I wrecked that car.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, please don't put that in there. She cut that out.
And started talking about how Obama won and and he was gonna move to Canada because he's black.
Fair.
Black.
Hey, Logan, what's your thought on
He's
that?
not racist, but he is a Muslim.
What's your thought on that, Logan?
Don't say it.
This is your podcast.
I
You can
can't
say
say
whatever you
it,
want.
man. I can't say it,
What
man.
do you want to say?
I can't say it, man.
What were you gonna say?
I can't say it.
This
man.
is your podcast. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, you can say whatever.
I can't say it. It'll be as bad
Hey,
if the group
if you
chat
can post
leaked.
this, all right. And at this point, my brother and I was getting weirded out by this guy, but my mom puts on a polite face and nods her head because he's fixing her car after all, and it's free. And then he notices the Bush Owal sticker and thinks that Bush is really ran with someone named Owell. After about 20 minutes, his bizarre conspiracy theories, he starts talking about how his wife was trying to open a little ice cream place with the back of the repair shop. Now, at this point, my brother and I decided at this point, this guy is obviously crazy serial killer who is trying to lure us in the back of his repair shop or horrifying murder us. Who the has an ice cream shop in the back of a repair shop? He asks my mom, and she wants to buy ice cream. Me and my brother and I furiously shake our heads, no! But her southern politeness takes us over, and she says yes. Still, since he's fixed our car for free, so we follow this guy back into recess, the repair shop, past the rusty tools and hanging on the hooks. The ice cream shop. The ice cream was actually really good.
Weirdo number 2 is doing something stupid.
Same one.
All right. Next story.
I get the bag. I get the point. I got to put one there. I go boing. All right, go ahead.
3 friends and I, we will call them Adam, Carl, and Steve, were at Carl's last St. Patrick's Day. We had all gotten there around 7 so that we could all go together to get to a party near Carl's house. However, Adam had brought some alcohol, and we thought it would be a great idea to pregame and just be late to the party. So we started to play a drinking game, progressively getting crap-faced. As soon as all the alcohol was gone, we headed out for the party. But Steve reminded us that we shouldn't drive drunk, so we started to walk. After stumbling down the road for 30-ish minutes, Adam falls down and passes out in front of some guy's house. Steve, Carl, and I flip our stuff because we think he is dead. So we play rock, paper, scissors to see who has to bury him. Steve and I tied, so we told Carl to go back home. Then we tried to bury Adam in this guy's yard by digging with our hands. Then we realized that we were making no headway. We decided to take Adam home and bury him in the morning. So we tried to pick him up, but we kept dropping him. So Steve told me to go get my car and pick him up so we could do it before the cops came. So I did. I went 2 miles an hour because I was scared of missing the turn. When I finally got back to the spot, I found Steve crying over Adam, and I told him to suck it up and help me put Adam in my trunk. As soon as we laid him in there, I saw a woman in a nightgown come out of the house of the street and scream, "You better have a dang good explanation for all of this." And though she was a ghost, I turned to tell Steve to get in my car. But he was already running off into the night, so I closed my trunk. But because I didn't want Adam to fall out, oh my gosh. But it opened up again for some reason. Then yelled, "Frick the police," and jumped in my car and sped off at 5 miles an hour. When I finally got back to Carl's house, he was asleep on the lawn, and Steve was waiting for me. We unloaded Adam and put him in Carl's basement. Then I threw up on his head and we fell asleep on Carl's spare futon. All right. Next morning, Adam was alive, drenched in puke, sweat, and a little blood. For some reason, dirt. Steve and I were obviously hungover. Carl needed a new futon. TL, DR, frick Jack Daniels.
What are you idiots doing over there?
Oh, I'm preoccupied.
Show me the video.
Okay. Yep.
That was it?
Yep.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
So, a mouse was in my vent the one other day. It was wild. I swear, like the vents are like a maze. I saw him in the vent and then he was gone. Like this is what the picture I took of my vent. He left. Look at that.
That looks like a backrooms level.
Yeah, he's gone. I remember my hamster fell in the vents once. Yeah, and he fell in the vents, but then he came out in like my other room from the vents, like across the house. I was like, "Oh my god, the hamster!" And I got it back. Story time.
Yep.
Ready?
Weirdo number 2, you're up.
That be me, baby. What's good? Hey, all the single honeys out there, hit your boy up, all right? Down to determine. I know y'all listening. Young blood, ready for love. Moms, dads,
Grandmas
I mean, that's what it gotta come down to.
and grandpas
All right.
and the ashes.
All right, weirdo number 2. Read
All
the
right.
story.
I'm here. I'm just waiting for all the single honeys to hit me up. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that would have been weirdo number 1 getting absolutely railed by another guy that is so no longer with us. Rest in peace, Lance Speck. I know you'll be watching us soon. We'll be with y'all soon. All right, next story.
With David.
Yeah, with David. Rest in peace, David Hebel. And Caston. Myself and 2 other male friends are vacationing in Cancun one spring. It was our second day there, and we had been into the Tequila, an infamous all-inclusive hotel food all day. Stuffed from tacos, hot dogs, and undercooked burgers for the last 4 meals. That night, the 3 of us were out at a club, and Nathan had to leave because he was too drunk. So we took a cab back to the hotel while we stayed. A couple hours later, myself and another guy pick up 2 girls and bring them back to the hotel. The hotel room was set up like an apartment and had 2 bedrooms. One room had a king-size bed, which drunk Nathan was sleeping in, and the other 2 had 2 queen-size beds, which unfortunately meant that the 4 of us were going to be sharing one room for sexy time. At least, that's what we had planned on.
He's turning the page.
We weren't even home for 20 minutes when one of the girls says she smells something weird. We all agreed. She opens the door, looks into the living room kitchen area, and lets out the most horrific scream that was haunted my dreams ever since. Both girls sprint out of the front door. Before we can even ask what's wrong, we never see them again. Great. Second night in Cancun, and we still haven't been laid. We look out the door and see that Nathan has sprayed diarrhea all over the kitchen and living room. We didn't realize it until after, but when he's so drunk, he tends to sleepwalk. If you ever have seen Dumb and Dumber, it was like the bathroom scene where Lloyd rubs the chocolate bar everywhere. There was crap on both couches, the kitchen counter, the kitchen chairs, even on some of the clothes that have been sitting out. Awesome. Quick disaster scene analysis led me to believe that Nathan thought a bar stool was a toilet, so he sat down on it and emptied the coolant. After that, he just wandered around drunk and asleep, dripping semi-liquid poop all the way. We barricaded ourselves in the other room and dealt with the entire cleaning staff and hotel management in the morning.
Well,
That was a fast story.
TLDR, I was blocked by my friend spraying liquid crap out of his butt all over the room. That's grotesque. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. All right. That wraps up weirdo stuff for today.
Alrighty. Good first episode.
I'm weirdo number 1.
Weirdo number 2, baby. You have hot money.
and I'm weirdo number 3.
I
I would have been a